The mysterious origins of the ancient Sumerians. Let's remember, according to the Sumerian kings list, they used to live tens of thousands of years. How is that possible? The mysterious origins of the Sumerians, sometime around 5,400 BC, that's about 7,500 years ago, they were settlers in southern Mesopotamia. And we know that Abraham came out of one of those cities from there, the city of Ur, and he came to the area of the chosen land of Canaan. And now this area, in what is now southeastern Iraq, he was founded the city of Eridu, which historians now generally consider to be the first city in the world. Eridu had all the things typically associated with an ancient city. It had temples, administrative buildings, housing, agriculture, markets, art, and of course, walls to keep out wild animals and robbers. But there's the funny thing. We have absolutely no idea where the Sumerians got their language or what it looked like. Their language, which we call the Sumerian, was a linguistic isolate. It's the oldest known written language on Earth, and all the languages that could have descended from Sumerian or developed alongside it have been lost to time. So let's remember the very important thing: they had language, so they could keep a written record for future generations. The Sumerians were also, it could be argued, ethnically isolated, referring to themselves as Sag-Giga, black-headed people, which seems to have had nothing to do with the concept of race. And assuming that their ethnic identity could be based on their art as a doomed attempt, because their art was so stylized that a good case could be made that it depicts people of every ethnicity. Culturally, they are often associated with the Ma'dan, the Marsh Arabs, who still live in southern Iraq, but the idea that the Ma'dan are ethnically Sumerian seems a bit unlikely, as the Sumerian language was not Semitic, and the Akkadian conquest of 2334 BC disrupted the ethnic and cultural isolation of the Sumerian inhabitants. About 2000 BC, the Sumerians spoke Akkadian, and the Sumerian and Akkadian cultures are considered to be one people. There's no evidence in any surviving text that they discouraged intermarriage, so we can reasonably assume that it was normal for them to do so, to intermarry. Considering this fact, and the 4,000 years of history between then and now, it seems rather unlikely that someone living today could not know more than a tiny percentage about the origins of the Sumerians. Does this mean we'll never know how the Sumerian language developed, or where the Sumerians originally came from? Probably, but there are a few ways we might find out. An older surviving text from the region, written in a Proto-Sumerian language, could connect Sumerian to languages that now seem unrelated. And if enough well-preserved Sumerian bones are found, which is not entirely unlikely, scientists have successfully identified 400,000-year-old human DNA. DNA testing could tell us their ethnic origins. And then again, it's possible, and given how little we know about the ancient world, perhaps even possible that these discoveries will only deepen the mystery. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.